Good afternoon, children. We already started two classes. We have uploaded in YouTube video and all. Those who are not watched, watch it again. This is the final revision only. Some additional extra questions I am doing here, right? So write the place value of 2 in following decimal numbers. Already we started decimal numbers, its place value, addition of decimal numbers, subtraction of the decimal numbers. Some more questions we are going to do today's class for the practice only. So write the place value of 2 in the following decimal numbers. So first identify 2 in the given numbers. 8.26 2 is here, and 28.37 that 2 is here. So the question is asked here, what is the place value of 2? So in the first question, it is in tenth place. That means after the decimal, it is coming, right? So it is represented that one tenth place only. But in the case of the second question, what happens to 2? It is before the decimal only, that you know very well which is the place value, that is a tenth place value only. So when after the decimal, the word th will be added there, right? The word th will be added after the decimal. Before the decimal, it is not there, right? So 10th place, 100th place, 1000th place, like that th will be added, right? Next question, which of the following decimal is the greatest? 0.182, 0.0925, 0.29, 0.038. So when we are comparing the decimals, which is the greatest, first we have to see before the decimal, that is whole number portion only. So the first question, it is 0 only. Not only first question, all the questions you can see it is 0 only. So what is the next step? We have to go for after the decimal. So after the decimal, what are the digits here? 1, 0, 2, 0. So all four you check means which is the greatest. 2 is the greatest. So which is the greatest number? 0.29. Then the option is C. Next question. Similarly, which of the following decimal is the smallest? Same procedure we should go. Before the decimal, what is the whole number? We should see 0.27, 1.5, 0.082 and 0.103. So except B, we can see that all the questions are having 0 only. So anyhow, 1.5 is the greatest. So there is no point of thinking on B. Now we have to think which options. A, C, then D only. In all these options, you can see that the whole number is 0, right? After the decimal, which are the numbers are coming? 2, then 0, then 1. So which is the smallest among all these? 0 is the smallest. 2, 1, 2, 0, 1. So in the question number C, you can see that 0.082, that is the smallest one. Again, C is the option for us, right? So always you should go for checking one by one only. First, before the decimal, you should check. Then after the decimal, the next place value, that is 10th place, check. Then we have to go for a 100th place. Then we have to go for a 1000th place. If in case 10th place value came all same, 100th place value came all same, then only we can go for like that. Here what happens, in 10th place value only, you can see that all the digits are different. B case is eliminated because of the greater number. Then once 10th place will be 2, 0 and 1. Among that, which is the smallest? 0 is the smallest. So what we can do? C is the option there, right? Now add the following 20.02 and 2.002 only. Here we have to add, already you can show here, you can see here that whatever we have done in the addition case. So here I'll write once again 20.02, then 2.002. Last class itself I have explained that when we are doing the addition of the decimal, subtraction of the decimal point should align on the same line, isn't it? So they are on the same line. In the first case you can see here, and the second also you can see here only. So now after the decimal, what are the numbers you count? Here only two place values are there, but here three are there. So for avoiding the error, we should make it 3 by adding zeros. If you are adding the zeros on the right hand side, there is no change in the number. Now normal division, we have to start from the place value thousandths here, because how you are doing in the normal addition, you will start from the ones place value. So the right hand we will start here also. 0 plus 2, 2 only. 2 plus 0, 2 only. 0 plus 0, 0 only. Then what is the next step? The decimal point should coincide. 20 plus 2 is that one, that is 0 plus 2, it is 2, then 22. So what is the answer we are getting? 22.022 only. So converting the decimals to the like decimals, what we have done? We have done then made the number of decimals equal. That is, in the first case it was 2 only, but the second case it was 3. So by adding zeros on the right hand side, we have made it clear. So now then normal addition, what is the rule? We are following the same rule only we have to do. So what is the answer we are getting? 22.022 only, correct? So the addition we have done, we have to align the decimal in one line and see the place value according to the at only we should add. The value of 50 coins of 50 paisa equal to dash rupees. In rupees, we have to convert into. So first we will see that how many paisa there total. How many coins are there? There are 50 coins. What is the denomination there? 50 paisa, right? 50 coins are there or 50 paisa are there. So 50 paisas, 50 coins are there means what is the total value of the paisa? What is available to us? 50 into 50, that is 2500 paisa only. But the question is asked for finding the rupees only. So what we should do? What we should do means we should convert. We know that 1 rupee is equal to 100 paisa, isn't it? The conversion we should use. So 2500 by 100, that is in rupees now. So it is equal to 25. The conversion and all you people learned in a fourth class itself only, fourth or fifth standard. So very well you know that, and it is a small conversion only. 100 paisa equal to 1 rupee. The same concept we have used here, isn't it? So the 50 coins of 50 paisa equal to 50 into 50, 2500 paisa. Then we have to convert it into rupees. So we have divided by 100. Then what is the final answer? Rupees 25. Now, sixth question. 3 hundredths and plus 3 tenths equal to which number? See, actually the number is written the 0.33 only. The 3 tenths is the first place value, isn't it? Then comes hundredth. So 3 and 3, isn't it? Divided by 100. So what is the answer? 0.33. So all these questions are based on our exercise only. We already explained the questions last two classes. Go through the videos once again, which is not able to follow. Next question, arrange in ascending order. So 0.011, 1.001, 0.101, 0.110. We have to arrange in ascending order only. Ascending order means smallest to greatest. So which is the smallest we should identify first. So already if you check all the values, we can see that 0.0113 decimals are there. The second point question 1.001, again 3 decimals are there. 0.1013 decimals are there. 0.110. So all are like decimals only. After the decimal we can see that 3 digits are there, isn't it? Now we should identify which is the smallest. If you go for the ones place, sorry, tenth ones place means everything is 0, here 1, and here 0, and here 0. So already we know that which is the greatest number, right? Which is the greatest number? 1.001 only. So for identifying which is the smallest, we should compare the first, second, first, third, and fourth only, right? So we will go for one by one. 0.011, 0.101, 0.110. So already we checked the whole numbers and now decimal is over. Now after the decimal, we should go for which number? 10th place number. So 0 is here and then 1, then 1. So which is the smallest? Definitely 0.011 is the smallest. So we should write first that only. Correct? We have written here. Now 0.101, 0.110. So both the tenths place are having one only. So what is the next step? We should go for hundred place. So in that, here 0 and here 1. So which is the smallest in that one? 101 only. So what is the next number we should write? 0.101. Next, what is the next left number is 0.110 only. So that is the third position. Now what is the greatest number we already identified? That is 1.001 only. So we have arranged them in the ascending order. Then it is equal to 0.011, 0.101, 0.110. Then last one is 1.001. Next question. Ram walked 1 kilometer 35 meter in the morning, 2 kilometers 7 meter in the evening. How much distance did he walk in all? So the question is asked for walk in all. You can identify that we should add them only, isn't it? What is the distance they walked total, isn't it? So morning, what is the distance? He walked 1 kilometer 35 minutes. So 1 kilometer 35 minutes equal to 1.035 kilometer, right? 1.035 kilometer only we have converted into kilometer, right? Next, what is the next step? Evening, what is the distance? 2 kilometers 7 meter only, so it is equal to 2.007 kilometer. Now what is the next step? We should add, isn't it? So 1.035 plus 2.007 we should add. You will get the answer 3.042 kilometer. See, 1.035, then below we should write 2.007 only. So from right hand we should start, and if you check all the three decimals are there correctly. So 5 plus 7 12, balance so 1, 3 plus 1 4 plus 0, it is 4 only. Then 0 plus 0 0. What is the next important point? We should put decimal sign, isn't it? 2 plus 1, it is equal to 3. 3.042. Now everything is in kilometers. So what is the unit we have? We should write 3.042 kilometer only. Since it's a word problem, we should write a statement. You cannot solve it directly. Next, Anamika travels 10 kilometer 50 meter every day. Out of this, she travels 5 kilometer 200 meter by train and the rest by auto. How much distance does she travel by auto only? So what is the distance she travels every day? 10 kilometer 50 meter, right? So out of this, she travels 5 kilometer 200 meter by train, isn't it? Train she has used only for 5 kilometer 200 meter only. Now the rest she has to travel by auto only. The question is asked for what is the distance she travel by auto only. So what we have to do? From the total we should do the minus of the distance traveled by the train only, right? So here subtraction we have to do. So what are the steps to be taken here? Total distance to be written, that is 10 kilometer 50 meter. After that, what is the distance by train? 5 kilometer 200 meter. Now what is the distance by auto? What we have to do? We should do the subtraction. So here if you observe, 10 kilometer 50 meter every day is there. So 50 meter, when we want to convert into kilometer, what will happen? 50 by 1000. So 50 by 1000 means how many decimals it will come? So it is equal to 0.050, right? Only 50 by 1000 I have taken. It is equal to 0.50. That is why 10 kilometer 50 meter equal to 10.050 kilometer. What is the next step? 5 kilometer 200 meter is there. So 5 kilometer uh, 200 meter equal to 5.200 kilometer only, right? Okay, next what we should do? We should do the subtraction. We should do the subtraction. What we should do? 10.050 minus 5.200, right? So what we have to do here? We have to do the separation. So first rule I already told that aligning the same way decimals, isn't it? So decimal we have checked here 10.050 and 5.200 we got. Now from which end we have to start? Right end. So 0 minus 0 0 only, 5 minus 0 5. When we are having 0 here, we have to borrow one, the same rule what you have learned in the lower classes. So here it became 10 only. So here 8 balance 1. So here 4 only. So what is the answer? We have got the answer 4.850. 4.5 sorry 4.850 kilometer only, right? So this is the distance traveled by the auto. Again I'm telling, when you are doing the subtraction or addition, aligning the same way the decimal point and check the number of decimals after the decimal. So you should make it like decimals there. Here already 050 is there and 200 is there after the decimal point. So all are like decimals only. Now what is the next step? We should do the normal subtraction. So we should start from the right end. Clear? Okay. Write as fractions in lowest terms. Question is given. We should express in a fraction form, and moreover we should write in the lowest form. That means any common factor is there, we should cancel. 0.10 and 0.25. 0.10 means 10 by 100 it will come, isn't it? Because how many decimal is there? 2, isn't it? So what we can say that 10 by 100, after the simplification it will be 1 by 10 only. So after these in the lowest term, so we should cancel the common factors. Similarly 0.25 can be written as 25 by 100, it is equal to 1 by 4 only after the cancellation with the 25. Okay, which is greater? We already discussed this question. So 0.11 and 0.111 only. So 0.1 and 0.111, they are not a like decimal. So how to make a like decimal? Add the 0. Now without a decimal point, you know that it is 110 111 only. So which is the greater number? 0.11. Similarly 1.23 or 0.123, 1.23 and a 0.123. So that means before point 0 only is there. So before the decimal one, we are having first whole number is 1, second whole number is 0. So which is greater? The 1.23. Express as meters using decimals. 21 meter, 45 centimeter, 90 meter, then 7 centimeter. So 45 centimeter and 7 centimeter part we should make it into meter. We know that 100 centimeter equal to 1 meter only. So what we should do? 45 by 100 with the 21 should be added. So 21.45. Similarly 90 plus 7 by 100. So it is equal to 90.07. Like that we have to see the decimal and put the decimal point correctly. Then we have to do. Okay. Tanya bought a book for rupees 152.75, a pen for rupees 45.25, and a chocolate for rupees 28.75. What amount did she spend? Means we have to calculate again total, right? So we should write, since it's a word problem, we should write a statement there. Cost of the book, cost of the pen, cost of the chocolate. After that what we should do? We should do totaling. We should do the totaling. What is the answer we will get? 226.75. We should start from the right end. I hope you understood now, because it's extra problems only. Already we explained many times what is the addition and what is the subtraction cases. Same rule only we have to follow. Next, Nancy bought a book for rupees 51.25. She gave rupees 100 note to the shopkeeper. How much did she get back from the shopkeeper? So what we had done, what is here? Nancy bought a book for rupees 51.25. The cost of the book is 51.25. But what is the amount she gave to the shopkeeper? It is just 100 rupees she had given. That means more than the cost of the book she had. How much she will get back? So what we should do here? We should do the subtraction. So money given to Okay, money given to the shopkeeper, it is 100 rupees only, and cost of the book is 51.25. So get back from the amount, get back from the shopkeeper, we have to do the subtraction. So 100.00 minus 51.25. So 5 plus 5, 10, balance 1. 3 plus 7, here balance 1, I should write 3 plus 7, 10, balance 1 again. Before that we should put the decimal. 2 plus 8, 10, balance 1. 6 plus 4, that's so what is the amount we will get? 48.75. Next question. Mary had rupees 305.80 in her bank account. She deposited rupees 250.25 more and then withdraw rupees 317.50 from her account. What is the balance now in the account? You can already see that balance word is there subtraction only. But before that, one more activity happened here. What is that? Let us check once again. Mary had rupees 305.80 in her bank account, right? So first she is having just 305.80 in her account only. Now what is the she deposited there? She deposited rupees 250.25 more. That means the amount is increased there. She deposited. So now what is the total amount? We should add these two, right? So now she is having rupees 556.05. From this amount only she withdraw some amount 317.50. So we have to subtract now. So 556.05 minus rupees 317.50. So what is the answer? Rupees 238 point it is. Okay, 0.55 only. So first she was just having 305.80, then she deposited, so the amount is increased. So what we have to do? We have to do the addition. So what is the amount we get there? She got is 556.05. From this she withdrawn some amount. So what is the amount she withdrawn? 317.50. So what we have to do? We have to do the subtraction. I think it is clear now. So what is the answer? You are getting 238.55 only. So both the part we have done. One is addition we have done and one is subtraction we have done. When we are depositing, the amount will be more. When we are withdrawing, what is the amount will come? The amount will decrease. Okay. Raju wants to buy a physics book costing rupees 600. He has rupees 475.25 only in his purse. How much more money does he need to purchase the book only? How much more money means he required more only. So he is having less. It is clear. So Raju wants to buy a physics book costing rupees 600. So what is the cost of the physics book? Rupees 600. And he has only in his purse, what is the amount? 475.25. This is the amount he had. Now amount required more, that is equal to 600.00 minus 475.25. What we have done here? We have done the subtraction, because how much more money is required? He is having money less. So what we should do? We have to do the subtraction. Now rule I am not telling, because you already I explained many times. You have to do the subtraction only. So read the questions and analyze what we have to do, whether we have to do addition or whether we have to do the subtraction. Okay. Next. The sum of two decimals are 138.28. One of them is 68.42. Find the other number. See, sum of two decimals equal to 138.28. One is 68.42. Isn't it? So find the other number only. So what we should do in such questions? We have to do the subtractions. Already sum is given, so it will be more only in that. Out of that, one number is also we got. Suppose very small example I'll take. Suppose I'm having 10 as the sum of two numbers, isn't it? One number is just 6. Naturally you know that the other number is 4 only. How you got 10 minus 6 only. So in the same way, the sum of two decimals are 138.28. One of them is 68.42. Find the other. Means what we have to do? Same procedure, that is subtraction we should do. And after the subtraction, what is the value? 69.86. Clear? So once again, the sum of the two decimals are 138.28. One of them is 68.42. Find the other. So for calculating the other number, what we should do? We should subtract. So we have subtracted 68.42 from 138.28. The answer is 69.86. The next question. The difference of two decimals are 68.09. The smaller one is 353.48. The other one. When we are doing the difference, what will do? Greater number minus smaller equal to difference, isn't it? So difference of two decimals equal to 68.09, isn't it? Now what happened here? In that smaller one is given. What is the smaller one? 353.48. So here greater is asked. Definitely the greater means this number is more than this number, right? So what we should do? We should add here, isn't it? So 353.48 plus 68.01. So what is the answer we are getting? 421.57 only. So we already know that when it is happening a difference, the greater number minus smaller number only will come. So definitely the other number will be greater than 353.48, right? So what we should do? We should add with the 68.09 and 353.48. So what is the answer? 421.57. So I think it is clear. The last two questions, that is sum of the two decimal is given. One of them is 68.42 and the other number we have to calculate, means we should do the subtraction. The difference is given and the smaller one is given. So the find the other one means we should do the addition with the answer. Next, the sum of three decimals are 938.629. Two of them are 456.54 and 392.69. Find the third one. It's very clear. Three decimals total is given, that is 938.629 only. Now two of them are two numbers already given to you. What is the meaning of the other one? Third one, how we can calculate it? From the total, that is 938.629 minus, we have to add 456.54 plus 392.69. This should be added and this result should be subtracted from 938.629. So what we will do first, we will add sum of the two decimals. So if you add, we will get 849.23 only. Now 849.23 should be subtracted from the total, that is 938.629. So what is the question is given? Sum of three decimals are given. Two decimals already given to you. One we have to find, that is the third one. So what we should do? From the total, we should subtract the sum of the given two decimals. So what is the sum of the two given decimals? 849.823. We should subtract 849.23 from the total 938.629. So what is the final answer? Let us see the answer. It is 89.399 only. Next. Ram had 739.68 rupees. He gave rupees 235.09 to Jesse and rupees 345.45 to Arjun and the remaining money to Zara. How much did he give to Sarah? So the remaining money only he had given to Sarah. So first, what is the amount he is having? 739.68. Now what is the amount he is given to Jesse and Arjun? 235.09 and 345.45 respectively. Now what we should do? We are calculating what is the total money he had given to Jesse and Arjun. What is the answer? 580.54 we have added here. So you can see here after the addition what is the amount we are having, rupees 580.54. Now what is the next step? What is the amount left with Ram we can calculate, because the left money only he had given to Zara. So we are calculating the amount left with Ram only. So 739.68 minus 580.54. So what is the amount? 159.14. Okay, so here what we have to do, first we should do the addition, then we have to do the subtraction. One more question we can go. So Manu traveled 320.25 kilometer and Maya traveled 236.38. Who traveled more and by what distance? So again traveled more is asked, and by what distance. So by just seeing the number 320.25 and 236.38, which is the greater number, definitely 320 is greater than 236. So Manu traveled more. Now how much? So what we should do? We should the subtraction. So what is the answer we are getting? 83.87. So Manu traveled more by 83.87 kilometer. Now the next question. Jack has lost 145.50 in the market. He is now left with rupees 95.75. How much did he have? See, he now left with 95.75 only. So actually, how much did he have in the beginning? So he's now left with the 95.75, and he lost the amount 145.50. So before, what is the amount he is having? That is asked. So what we should do? We should do the addition. So 145.50 plus 95.75, rupees 241.25. One more question, I'll finish. Noor had rupees 350.50. She bought jeans for 264.50 and a shirt for rupees 65.75. How much did she have after the payment? So here first she is having 350.50. From that, what is the amount she left for jeans and shirt? Means 264.50 and 65.75. So that we should add the amount that she had after the payment. It is equal to 20.50. So from the total amount 350.50, we have to reduce the amount what she spent for jeans and shirt. So after that, what is the amount we are getting? Just a 20.50 only. Hello. Good afternoon, children. Today we have completed decimal chapter. Today I had given whatever the extra questions based on that one. Today's video you will get, and by evening I'll send the note also. Already I have sent a decimals to notes, 2 days notes. Anybody is not seen or watched the videos, once again I request all of you to go through the videos. You can see my name in the top. The same way you can type in the YouTube. Otherwise, our website ssbj.in, you can go, you can watch. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.